What's going on, guys? Welcome to the Against All Odds podcast. And we're Jordan. Jordan, welcome.
Thank you.
Yeah, you excited?
Great.
Have you ever been on a full podcast with microphones, all that stuff before?
Nah, this is first time for me.
Okay, you nervous at all?
Nah.
I'll hold your hand through it. Don't worry. All right, so for this podcast, what I'll do is I'll ask you a whole bunch of questions, rapid fire. And then after that, we'll get into your story, basically just starting from when you were born until today.
Till now, yeah.
And what are you, 25?
24.
24.
Yeah,
Young buck. So it's not going to be...
Yeah.
You got to have some stories where you're not like Ryan with 3 hour long podcasts.
Yeah, nah.
All right, so let's roll the intro.
A few stories.
Let's roll the intro and let's get started. All right, Jordan, full name.
Jordan Adebayo-Smith.
Age.
24.
Favorite team.
Manchester United.
It's been tough for you, huh?
It's been a tough, how long? 15 years? 14 years?
When did you start supporting Man U?
So, it was a weird one actually because my family don't support United.
Because you're from South London.
East London.
East London.
So like West Ham's like my closest like stadium, but like no one supports West Ham too. So my brother, when I was younger,
You're
like,
gonna piss off a lot of West Ham supporters.
I know. Literally, I could see the stadium from my house.
That's crazy.
So when I was younger, I think like 6, 7, my brother used to support Arsenal. So like Thierry Henry was always on, Drogba was always on. So that's what made me want to play football. But just having them on all the time almost swayed me to be an Arsenal supporter. But I made the right choice to be a United supporter. I think it was Ronaldo and Rooney at the time.
Yeah. Yeah, when I was little, I supported both Arsenal and Manchester United.
Oh, wow.
Because it was a kid. I loved like Ronaldo, but then I like the Thierry Henry, like all that. And I was just like, I got to a point where like, okay, I can't do that.
You can't, yeah. Violent both, yeah.
So then you ended up
United. And I've been United since 2006, 7.
Have you been to Old Trafford?
Not yet.
Really?
Yeah. I feel like I might go in this off season.
Okay.
Hopefully, yeah. It's just a long trip to Manchester.
How long is that drive though?
It's like a 2-3 hour drive, or if you take the train, it's like the same 2 hours, 3 hours.
You English people are like, 2 hours, it's crazy.
Yeah, it is like nothing.
But do you feel like that when you're in America, where you're like, 2-3 hour drives, nothing here. But if you're in England, it's like, that's a journey.
Like being here, because I started driving mainly when I moved to the States.
Yeah.
So like I realized like an hour drive is like feels like 10 minutes.
Yeah, it's nothing.
It's nothing. Really. And the roads are just like straight. Like you're not stopping in traffic. You're just going. So it's more comfortable here, to be honest.
Yeah. So America is a better country than England, is what you're saying.
I didn't say that. I mean, I'm technically both. So
yeah, because you're born
in California.
In California.
Yeah.
But obviously, you don't sound like a California native.
Nah, I'm from East London.
East London. So when someone asks you where you're from, you say London.
Yeah. I was born here, but I'm the only like sibling to be born in the States. But I think after like a couple months, like we went back to London because that's where my mum was.
Yeah. So what's your favorite food?
Jollof rice.
Jollof rice. And you had some of my jollof rice.
6 out of 10.
6 out of 10.
It had the rooms of improvement, but it looked like jollof rice. It smelled like jollof rice. The taste just wasn't jollof rice.
But pretty good for my first time.
Yeah, it was decent. It wasn't bad.
Your first time making something, and I hadn't even tasted it before.
To be honest, I've never made jollof rice. Yeah, so
that's
yours
what you
probably
said,
could be better than mine.
They've been shouts amongst the locker room that I'm more African than you, just based off that jollof rice experience.
I need to make mine so we can have the battle. We haven't had I haven't made mine yet. So
let's do it then. Let's go. Let's go next week.
Let's go. We need to get the right ingredients though.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, you get your ingredients, I get mine. I got my own recipe. I don't need your ingredients, and then we'll cook and we'll see.
Yeah, I got the whole my mom sent me the whole way to make it.
You're a fraud too, because your mom was supposed to send me her recipe, and you never sent me.
Oh
it.
Yeah.
That's crazy. I just remembered that.
Yeah.
I need that recipe.
I got you.
All right. So favorite food, jollof rice.
Yeah.
What's your favorite dessert?
Dessert. Everyone's been butchering me for saying this, but it's tres leches.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Why have they been butchering you?
Because I don't know the English accent. I'm trying to pronounce it. It's
better than Danny's. Trying to say it. Danny, our head coach, tries to say anything that's Spanish. Adios, Carlas.
Literally so proper. Like that's just like how we talk though. Just it sounds proper to me. It sounds normal, but to everyone, it just sounds like proper.
Yeah. What's your favorite? Wait, how did you? You don't have a lot of tres leches in England, though.
No, I tried it for the first time, like on someone's birthday. I think
This year.
Yeah.
So you changed your favorite dessert this year.
It was like,
that's a big thing to do.
What was it before? I like just cookies and milk, just like chocolate chip cookies and milk. So like now, like I have something like actually dessert.
Tres leches. Yeah. Okay. Has there been like other favorite things that you've switched up this year?
This year,
you started supporting Manchester United. You said this year, right?
No, I started nutmegging Matt a bit more. This year.
One day that you megged it.
What have I started to like more this year? Oh, that's a good question. I feel like I'm just the same normally daily, just same breakfast, same lunch.
Yeah,
same.
What's your favorite movie?
Or Marvel, any Marvel, Avengers.
You're an anime guy?
Yeah, big anime now.
Okay, but I actually been wanting to get into anime, and I've been told either One Piece or Attack on Titans.
If you wanna, One Piece is too long. I haven't watched it yet.
There's like 1,000
episodes, so like I'm not gonna even try to start that.
Yeah.
But Attack on Titan is what got me into anime.
That's the show.
Yeah,
that's what I heard is the best anime to watch.
I was always saying I would never watch anime, and then last year when one of my teammates Sam, like we always like just someone will stay at each other's apartments, and then we'll have anime on, and like it's good.
Yeah, I mean, it seems like all the cool kids are watching it now. You, Kobe, Alex, you guys all like anime, and I'm trying to be cool. That's my goal.
The cool dad.
I want to be not just cool dad. I want to be cool. It's like because cool. You know there's a difference. It's like, oh, there's cool. Yeah. Then you got cool dad. Then you have dad.
So cool is like
I'm trying to be
cool.
Cool.
Okay.
Like I want to see when I walk in the locker room, be like, that guy's cool.
Yeah. I feel like if you start off with Attack on Titan and Naruto, Demon Slayer is good.
Yeah. Okay, I got about 12 minutes of free time a day though. So
one episode's about 20 minutes.
How many seasons are there of Attack on Titan?
I think there's about 100 and something episodes.
Okay, so I'll be able to finish it by the time I'm 40.
Yeah. If you want to start with something like shorter, I'd say like Demon Slayer, Solo Leveling. Yeah, those type of like short ones, but they're still good.
Is that your favorite TV shows then? Those ones? Or do you have another favorite TV show?
TV show, Power. Ghost, yeah.
Okay, I like it. Awesome. Actually, one more question.
Yeah.
Favorite vacation that you've ever been on?
Ever been on Dubai when I was younger.
Dubai.
Yeah, we stayed in a nice place. Like it had like a swimming pool that went around the whole complex, so you could just swim all around and just come back to where you're staying at.
Where is the next vacation destination that you want to go on? Tokyo.
Yes.
I want to go to Japan bad. I've been talking to when Haruki was on here last. I was talking to him a lot about going to Japan. That would be sick. Yeah. Just Tokyo though? You don't want to go to other cities?
Nah, just Tokyo. Cause I've been watching a lot of anime, of course. So like, even when I'm watching, I like know some words now. So I'll be like, whenever they're talking, I don't even need to like watch it. I know what they're kind of talking about.
It's a bold statement. Yeah. I don't ever hear you talking Japanese with Haruki.
Nah, I can't talk it obviously, but I think I can understand like low few stuff.
Yeah.
Okay. But me and Haruki, by the end of the season,
there's only 2 months left.
I should be able to have like a short conversation with Haruki.
I think I've spoken more Japanese to Haruki than you have.
No.
Yes.
We live together, so you would never know.
Well, that's a good point. Try your coffee. Let me know what you think.
Okay.
Get in there.
Let's see.
It's Mount Sheldon's special coffee.
I'm not a big coffee guy, but it's not bad.
There's no sugar. It's not sweet.
No sugar. Yeah, it's not sweet. I normally just get matchas. Normally.
Matcha. That's disgusting. Matcha
is great.
It's dirt.
It's not. It's tea. It's good for your body. Green.
Do you have a English breakfast tea at all?
When I'm in England though, not here.
Like, you'd rather have that than coffee.
Yeah, so I have like a full English breakfast. The hash browns, eggs, beans, toast, sausage, bacon. Not really.
Well, your bacon's bad.
Yeah,
you don't do it like American bacon.
I'll say if you don't do it like here, to be honest.
Yeah, I like the English breakfast, but yeah, your bacon's just like ham.
To be honest, like the bacon's not the main part of it. It's the beans.
Why don't you guys hype up beans on toast so much?
Beans, like there was a saying, beans, good for your heart. The more you eat, the more you fart.
Yeah, but okay, but it doesn't mean that they're good.
That means
It's beans, bro. It's like 90-cent beans that you get at the store. Okay, whatever. All right, let's get into this podcast then.
Yeah.
We've been talking about nothing.
Yeah.
All right, so you're born in California.
Yep. San Bernardino.
What were you doing in San Bernardino, California?
To be honest, I have no idea myself too. I think my mom had family here and she came to visit while she was pregnant. And then she had me here.
Wait, what year is this? Like
2001. So she must have came in the 2000 or...
And so she came when she was like 40 weeks pregnant.
Or maybe she was here before then. Need to have that conversation.
You don't know if you were born early or on your due date?
I think I was born at 11 p.m. 11 something p.m. I need to
yeah, but like why was she in America at that late stage of her pregnancy? Because usually they say don't travel unless you have to.
I haven't asked her like fully, but I think she must have been here before the end of stages of her pregnancy.
So you must have came early then.
Yeah.
That's crazy. Was she here for work or she just...
I think both family, friends, work, and then... But her home was London. Everyone else was in London at the time as well.
Okay.
Yeah, because she moved from Nigeria to London.
Yeah.
At a young age, and then she had all her kids in London. So I'm like the odd one out in the basket.
How many siblings do you have?
2 sisters, 1 brother.
2 sisters, 1 brother. Okay. All older?
Yeah.
So the baby.
The golden
the
child.
The American golden child.
Yep.
Do they make fun of you for being American?
Not really, you know. Like when I was younger, actually, my mom always used to tell me that Barack Obama was my uncle, and I used to believe it because I was like, I have an American passport, so it kind of makes sense. Kind of makes sense. So I always used to go to school every day, like, he's my uncle, Barack Obama.
You know what's funny is my dad told me when I was like in 3rd or 4th grade that he won a gold or a bronze medal in figure skating.
Oh wow.
So I told all my friends that my dad was a figure skater and he got bronze. I believed it. And then until I got called out, then I went and talked to my dad. He's like, "No, I didn't, you dumbass. I didn't get a bronze medal." I'm like, "Oh, that's what you told me."
Yeah.
But parents, I can't wait to tell Hazel and Scarlett like some lies just about me.
I'm going to say I was a wide receiver for the Ravens.
I'm going to say I was playing in the Prem. And then, so how long you don't have any memories in America because you must have just been here for a few months, you said?
Yeah, I think just a few months, and then
you just straight into London.
In
East London the whole time. That's just where
same house. Okay. Since I was a kid, I remember. So I was about 4 or 5, and then my parents, we went to Nigeria on a holiday when I was younger, and then I was the only one that stayed in Nigeria, so I lived there for like almost a year.
Lagos?
Yeah. But like it was difficult because being from London, going to school in London, you're just used to like that type of life. Then when you go to like Nigeria, it's complete different culture, lifestyle, everything, the way people live the day by days. So obviously I didn't want to stay and I caused a fit for the first couple of months, but it was like a good cultural experience for me as well.
Why did you do that but not your siblings?
I think because they were older already than me, and they were already in schools in England, and I was still like young. So I think who'd
you stay with?
My auntie.
Okay.
My mom's sister. So I think it was because of financial problems. My mom couldn't afford all of us in London at the time. So I was the one that.
Damn, for a year, huh?
It was a hard year.
That's hard. How old were you?
I think I was like 5, 6, and like I was in a troublesome phase of my life because I didn't want to be there as well. I wasn't used to it, so all I remember is like being in school one time, and I was jumping on tables. But like in like Nigeria, they like the teachers can like hit you with rulers. So like I just remember getting chased around with a ruler, and I'm just running around. I think that's where I got my pace from, just running around, getting chased. But
did you say the fastest guy on the team?
I think in the whole world, to be honest.
Yeah.
The fastest footballer.
Because what are we? It's September, and every time you have a 1-on-1 against me, I think I come out ahead. I'm tackling you.
Not when I nutmegged you. I don't remember
in
that.
the
time.
mini goals game? Are you talking about that time?
Today, what happened today?
When
we ran the warm up drill.
Your side was shorter.
See, this is what happens. The
Your
excuses
side
just
was
come out.
shorter. And I still got there the same time as you.
I got there ahead of you, and I scored.
No. No, I don't remember that.
But to be honest, I feel like I am like
You gotta be up there, right?
up there, and like many teams that I've been in, I haven't seen anyone faster than me. There's been claims, but like, I've never seen it. So.
Okay, because what's been your top speed this year?
This year, it was 22.9
miles per hour.
I think so.
Was that like 34, 35?
I think so.
Yeah. It's crazy. I mean,
but that's like a light jog though. That was
still, you still haven't really turned it on.
Haven't turned on.
Yeah, that makes sense. It's crazy that you got like Van de Ven getting like 37, almost 38 kilometers an hour.
That's like a recovery run, just head down.
That's crazy.
But in the moments, you don't even feel like you're running fast. You're just like,
because you're still in control. You're trying to be like controlling your body a little bit. Yeah. There's not many times where you're full out sprinting,
unless you're like literally standing at the line to race on like a 100-meter race.
Yeah. And a lot of times too, you're curving your run or you're doing something. Yeah. So then when you were growing up, did you just always, was it all just football? Or like, did you play any other sports? Did you like, what did you want to be when you were going to grow up?
So when I came back to England, I went to my primary school, St. Helens in East London.
Mm-hmm. When you say East London, how long does it take you to get to like downtown London?
So like, we don't say downtown, we just say central. So
Central C.
Yes. Central. Ban for ban.
Okay, we could go M for M. That's my guy, man. Yeah. I love all his music.
He was here actually.
I was at the concert.
You were there? I was there.
I was in the upper level.
Same.
Which side?
I can't remember. The left side.
I was on the right side.
Oh, okay.
Me and Scarlett.
Oh, I think I saw you actually. Yeah.
You probably did.
I probably did. What was I saying? Yeah.
How long does it take you to get into the central London?
I'd say from where I live, if you drive about 30 minutes,
Mm-hmm.
because of all the traffic lights, the traffic.
Yeah.
But if you take the train, you get there in like 10 minutes.
Damn.
5-10 minutes.
Okay.
Well, I'm 15 on a good day. Yeah. But yeah, it's not too far. London's kind of small, but it's populated a lot. So there's like a lot of people condensed in London. So if you go central London, it'll probably remind you of like Manhattan.
Yeah, I've been to London twice.
Oh, you've been to London?
Yeah.
What? You was central London?
Central London. Yeah.
Okay.
I went once just with Mimi because she studied abroad in Bristol.
Okay.
And then we were there, and then I went with my family for my brother's graduation trip because he's a Tottenham supporter.
He went to Tottenham?
Oh yeah, this is back when they were at like Wembley though.
Okay.
Not at White Hart Lane. And so we went out there and we watched them play. I think it was actually against West Ham, and then we watched Arsenal play Chelsea.
Okay.
At the Emirates.
That's two good games.
It was sick. Yeah, the game against Chelsea was 2-2, and it was just back and forth. It was awesome. It was sick. And then so me and my brother and my family did a little trip around there. But London, I like London a lot.
I went to a West Ham game the last off season because my teammate Moses Nyman, who I lived with last year, he came to visit London, so I just showed him around everywhere. Like we was literally doing all the touristy stuff.
Yeah, it's nice to do that because you don't do that
I don't do that ever, like never.
Like you've probably never been up like to go look at Big Ben or
just the London Eye, or just like you do that when you're a kid, and then you've already done it, so you don't ever do that again.
Mm-hmm. And then so you were just growing up and you just played football, or did you do anything else?
So yeah, like when I said that my brother supported Arsenal. Yeah. So like I'll always see like Thierry Henry, Drogba, Ronaldo, and like most of my siblings are like athletic, so they all in like school sports, like 100 meters, football. All my sisters play football as well, so I feel like just having that around me all the time. And even in my primary school, everyone was just playing football. That's the only sport we really play in England. So it's just there's cages, there's parks. You play like I've broken so many clocks in my house, just kicking a ball. So yeah, I think it started like when I was 6, 7. But But my first like team that I joined was when I was about 9, 10, called Pro Star.
Pro Star.
Yeah.
It was just a local club team.
Yeah, literally like 5 minutes from a park. We used to train in 5 minutes from my house. So.
And at this age, did you say that you want to be a pro footballer, or were you having something else? Like, what were you thinking? Like, I wanted to play in the NBA. That was my goal. I was all basketball.
Yeah.
Until I was like 11, and then it switched.
To football.
Yeah.
Soccer.
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 Yeah. Switched to soccer.
Yeah. I'd say. Yeah, just straight football actually. But what was the question? Sorry again.
What did you want to be when you grew up?
Oh yeah, just a footballer. To be honest, I was good in like education as well. My mom was a math teacher, and she.
You just don't know countries though, because we showed you an image of Australia, and you couldn't get.
That's geography. Geography is.
It's not your thing.
It's not my thing. I didn't pick geography in school.
I remember we showed Jordan a picture of Australia because we played this game called Wordle, which is like Wordle, but just about the countries, and it gives you the outline of it. And Jordan looks at it in the locker room. This is like before we played a game, I think. And you're just like, well, I know it's not England.
Yeah, it's definitely not.
Is that Antarctica?
I had a few good guesses. I was like, what continent? Asia. It looks like an Asian. But it wasn't an Asian, like, Australia's not Asian.
It's its own continent.
It's its own continent. So that was like a curveball.
It's a tricky one for you.
A tricky one, yeah.
Yeah. You kind of struggled on the United States outline one too.
Which one?
The United States.
Nah,
maybe that was somebody else.
Yeah, it wasn't me.
Maybe it was a test. I can't remember. All right, so geography was not your thing, but you said math is your thing. You know, I was an applied mathematics major in college.
Okay.
Math was my thing too.
Was you like more like statistics or like mechanics?
I was good at statistics, but it was more just like the standard applied mathematics, mechanics, like very simple.
Yeah.
But it was hard. I didn't graduate. It was hard.
Because I remember I was 17, but like our school system different. We like 16 to 18, well 16 to before you turn 18 is like college for us. So like I was in college when I was 16, and I left just after I turned 17 to play football like professionally. So I didn't really finish my A levels, but I probably would have.
So what do you have right now? You don't have your A levels.
I have so there's A levels and there's B Tech.
Yeah.
B Tech's like the easier version of college. So when you play in like academies, you do like a B Tech course whilst you're playing full time in academy. So I have like just the standard, like you learn about the body, the bones, like the sports type of qualification, which is completely different to the maths, physics, economics that I was doing.
Are you going to like continue your education right now, like while you're playing, or do you want to? What do you want to do when you're done?
When I'm like fully retired.
Yeah, I mean, because you're 24, so you hopefully still got another 10 years plus. Yeah. But have you thought about what you want to do, what your life looks like afterwards?
I feel like in an ideal world, be on a beach. In an ideal world, on a beach, just lying there, hearing the waves. But I feel like I would love to stay in sports if I could. Obviously, the traveling. The States and England is different though with sports. We travel so much here, which I had to get used to. We fly like every other week to another state, which can be like 3 hours. So
further, dude. Like we're going to Mexico next. That's gonna be a trip.
Gonna be a trip. So either something in sports or something in like maths, like accounting, or like maybe even real estate, realtor, like stuff like that.
Yeah, I like that. You gotta talk to Nate Steinwasser.
Yeah.
Accountant.
Even Zach Steinberger from Tampa.
Oh yeah,
he's a realtor now. He's doing
a lot of players go to the realtor route. Yeah, it's a good route. Like my mom's a real estate agent.
Okay.
Yeah, she started that like super late, but she really likes it.
Yeah, but I feel like you need to have good like communication skills to like.
You don't think you got that?
I feel like I have good, but like I feel like one thing I learned when I moved to the States is that a lot of people here are more like more outgoing. They could talk to anyone. People could talk to anyone.
Americans. That's
Yeah.
the American.
And like in London, like if you're in like central London, people just walking past you, like head down, like everyone's mind their own business, just going by their day.
But that's also like if you go to New York, LA, it's like that's big city thing.
Yeah, big city, yeah.
But if you go into Tulsa, Oklahoma, and you're walking around, people invite you in for dinner.
Yeah.
I was walking around some neighborhood when I was living there, and they're like, hi. And we just started talking about their lawn or their garden or something. And then they're just like, oh, yeah, so what do you... And we told them we're from out of town and we just moved here a few months ago. They're like, well, come on in for dinner. Like, come on in. We got to... We didn't because we had to go. But I was like, this is awesome, man.
Yeah, I'll be in shock. Like, yo, I don't know you. Like,
I like that. I like the American outgoingness. So then growing up in London, though, you're playing for Pro Star now. You want to be a pro footballer. You already had your eyes set on being an accountant afterwards.
Yeah.
What did you, from 6 to like 14 or so, how long did you stay with Pro Star? Who were you training with? What clubs were you with?
So when I first joined Pro Star, I started off in the B team. There's an A team and a B team. So I started off with the B team. I always play striker. So I was a striker for Pro Star, the B team. I did well in my first 2 years before I went to secondary school, and then had chances with the A team, but it just wasn't like I wasn't fully with the A team. So got to secondary school now when I turned 11, 12. That's when like the school I went, St. Bonaventures, had like a lot of like footballers that made it in the Premier League. Jermaine Defoe. Oh, wow. So many. I probably could find a list of Chubac Pom. A lot of footballers that came out of St. Bonaventures. So like I feel like that's what like was like a turning point, because everyone was good. So like you can't not be good and be in the team. So I left Pro Star and then I was just playing school football. And then one of my close friends still to this day, bear in mind I was still in the B team in secondary school as well. So like it was difficult for the first year 7, year 8 is when you're like 12, 13. So I was in the B team for year 12, year 7 and year 8. And then one of my close friends, his cousin like has like a London academy system called e-soccer base, Dave and James. So this was like the first time I was really training like with good players after school. I like late nights, getting home late, have to still do homework, and I feel like that's where I was like actually learning like this is what it takes to play like professionally, because he's had players that he's trained go into academies and signed. So I feel like that stage that when I was 12, 13 improved me a lot. So when it came to year 9, when I was 14, I made the A team and I was like playing all the time, one of the main players. We won the Essex Cup that year as well, which is like big in London. And then that's when I started understanding like what academies were. I knew what academies were, but I never went to academies or trained at academies. But once I was training all the time with all my friends and improving, my friend's cousin, he would like send us to like Watford. I remember I went to Watford for like a month just training. I had to leave school sometimes just to... It's called day release in England. Like you leave school early, but they only let you.
What's it called?
Day release.
Day release.
You only can leave school early if you're doing well in school. So they wouldn't let you if your like grades are bad. So but I didn't get into Watford. I remember going to Colchester. This was all still in secondary school. Colchester, Charles, Reading, Southampton, like places. Like he'll send us to a lot of places just to have a sniff of academy football.
And this is all from that friend of yours that was running. Was it
East Soccer Base?
East Soccer Base, yeah. And he was was that a team or it was just like a training?
So it was like in London. There's not many. If you're not really in an academy, there's so many other ways to play football or play against academies. So it's like London football based group that's like developing young players, and then normally they'll like play against the academy, or he'll send like ask for like couple players to go on a trial for academy. So we'd like even play like Huddersfield. I remember we played Huddersfield and we beat Huddersfield.
Oh wow.
Like the academy, like our team was good. Like we had good players. And then so I feel like when I was like around 15, 16, that's when like I started learning like this is what academies players are like, playing against them. This is what it takes. This is what training probably be like, training with like Watford. Like there were some good players. Like when you go in academy like trials or like system for the first time, you see the difference between school football and like local football to actually like academy professional standards. So it just opened my eyes a bit. And then that next year when I was 16 turning 17, he sent me to Lincoln City on a trial, and then I scored in that trial game. And then I remember, because going home, I was like buzzing, like scored for the academy. And it was a long trip. Lincoln's like 2-3 hours away from London. I was buzzing, get home, and then he tells me like they want you back to come play with the first team.
Oh wow.
And I was like actually play, like, or just go. So in my mind, I was thinking, oh, I'm already like I'm playing with the first team. Like this is crazy. So I remember.
What level was Lincoln City at the time?
They were League Two in England. So I remember figuring a way how to get back up to Lincoln. I got driven up by someone's dad, because there was like 3-4 of us like trialing for them. So this time it was just me. So I had to figure out a train line. That's what we use in England.
Yeah.
A train up to Lincoln. I was like making sure I was there on time, not late. And then I get there. It's just like now it's with men. You're playing it like with men. I was on the bench warming up, and then we were playing against Derby's under 23s. I think it was their final preseason game. Playing against Derby under 23s, and I came on. I didn't even expect to even come on. And then I remember the goal was like one ball in behind, took a touch, and I didn't even think of nothing. I just shot and scored. And then I don't even know how I celebrated. I was just like, I can't remember. Everything was just like happened so quickly.
Yeah. That's the best when you're playing like that, though, and you're not even thinking.
Yeah.
Like, you're just ripping shots. You're just doing. That's when I feel like I'm playing the absolute best.
Yeah.
Like, if I start thinking like, don't miss or place this or do whatever. That's where I start skying the ball over the post.
And like that was like my first proper like professional like moment with a team, or just in general actually. And I remember after the game, I spoke to the manager, the Cowley brothers at Lincoln, and like they were like, yeah, we want you to be here on a scholarship. So that's like how I like started like going from local football to school football / still local football, then to academy.
When you signed the scholarship to play there, did you end up going up and living in Lincoln City then? Or did you stay home and just do the commute?
So I had to move up because of the journey was too much. We train every day now. I had to leave A-levels. Now, I even remember telling my math teacher that I'm not coming back next year. I had like an intuition that I was going to like actually start playing football fully.
Yeah.
So I remember telling her, she's like, no, you have to finish. Like, you should finish school. I was like, no, I have a feeling like I'm going to actually start playing football properly. And then I moved up to Lincoln. But when you're a minor in England, so under 18, you can't live by yourself. So I had to live with a host family. So I was living with a woman called Karen. Like it was different to like living at home. Now you're living with someone else, like a complete different family. different rules, different food, different everything. Like that's kind of changed me a little bit. Like I would like when I'm eating dinner, I just sometimes just go to my room and eat. And like every day we had to eat at the table, and like just learning different stuff about how different people are. But I really enjoyed it. Like I was 17 at the time, so I only had like a couple more months till I was turning 18. So I was living there for, I'd say, about 5-6 months. But I always try to go home though. I always miss it. Even if it was 2 hours, I always try to go home, see friends, family.
Yeah. It's crazy too that you went from like not in an academy system then going and trialing with the academy and then going, oh no, we're going to go straight to the first team.
Yeah.
Like that's a big jump.
Yeah.
Were you like nervous at all playing with like men, or were you intimidated at all? Or like, how were the trainings going after the first couple of weeks? So you started off really hot, but like, did your lack of experience with that level like show at all? Or
yeah, a lot.
Yeah.
A lot. Like the players that were there, like Harry Toffolo, he's in the Prem, Nottingham Forest. So many good players in that team. Jack Payne, Bruno Andrade. Like these are all like seasoned players in the leagues of Championship, League One, League Two, Premier League. So me just coming from nothing really was like a big shock on like how they conduct themselves every day. They work hard. They listen, like their behaviors to everyone in general is like speaks volumes to coaches, the way they talk to everyone. They don't treat anyone like they're like lesser. So like it's kind of like a humble awakening, like trying to be humble all the time, keep learning, because they're still learning and they've played at the top levels. So just being humble in that sense.
Yeah. And then how long were you with Lincoln City before you moved on to the next thing?
So I was with the academy from August 2018 till January, and then the coach said you're just gonna be with the first team from January onwards. So when I turned 18, that's when I signed my first pro contract, and then I stayed there for a year and a half. So when I was like 19, and around July, August times when I was in 2019.
What was better, signing that first like scholarship deal with the team, or was it better to sign the pro contract?
The pro contract,
yeah,
for sure. Yeah,
it just felt like you were
fully in. Like I'm training with you. I was training with them a lot because I made my debut when I was 17, but it's not the same. Like now you have the same kit as everyone. You're not wearing different colors as like the academy. You're training every day, same schedule. You start joining the group chats. Like you start like now, like you're learning all the other things about professional environment.
This is a question I had. I'd made a video about this a long time ago. But where do you think that like the League Two stacks up against USL Championship, USL League One, and like all that?
I think the USL is like in between like League One, League Two. Some teams will probably be like good team in League Two. Some teams maybe like mid-table, low table, and then like some teams like Liverpool, I feel like could compete in like League One, Detroit League One, Tampa.
Usually,
then
This year they're struggling.
Yeah. So like it's like a mix of like League One, League Two.
That's exactly what I said in my video. I talked to a lot of people that played through the English system, people that play over there, people that play here, and and that was pretty much the consensus. It was exactly what you just said. And then like MLS between League One and Championship.
Yeah, League One and Championship. Like I wouldn't say high Championship, but like
Championship's different.
Different, yeah.
I mean, I haven't really even experienced it, but just from what
like
I've seen,
you got the Leeds United sometimes, Sheffield.
It's different.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. That's exactly what that's what most everybody said. Good to know. Good to know my videos too, not
Yeah,
like way
yeah.
off. It's,
Yeah,
it's
no,
bad if I put out a video like that
It's way off,
and I
yeah.
talk to people and be like, you're way off.
Yeah.
But you know what I did on that video, which is funny, is I put the MLS above the championship in between and the thumbnail. No, in the thumbnail.
Oh,
to get
cover,
get some clicks. And then in the video, I'm like, no, MLS is below this.
Yeah.
But there's so many comments and people that click on there like, you think the MLS is
They
above
didn't
the
even watch the
champ?
video.
They didn't watch it. Yeah.
you know your real supporters are.
Yeah. But it was like, oh, perfect. They got a whole bunch of clicks. That
Yeah.
video did really well, but it shows too, like, people will, they want to come and argue sometimes.
Yeah.
But awesome. Okay.
People love controversy.
They do.
Yeah.
They do. I don't love controversy though. That's I got to start making some more controversy. I got to kick you out here. I'm going to get mad sometime this podcast to get some rage going. So Lincoln City, what was your best experience, best moment at Lincoln City?
I have two actually. Actually three. My debut when I was 17. We played against Sheffield Wednesday. In a preseason game, and I scored in that game. And then signing my first contract.
The what?
Signing my first contract, yeah.
Those are right?
There's actually a few more actually. Just being part of the FA Cup game against I think it was against what team was it? Was it Fulham? I think it was against Fulham.
That's pretty sick.
Yeah, was it Fulham? Alex Iwobi was playing. Was he at Fulham at the time? I think so. Because it was like 1-0, 1-1, like screamer to make it 1-1. It was like a crazy game, but they ended up winning. But it was just being part of that. It was just like, wow.
I mean, that's my favorite part of football is like Open Cup in the US or watching the FA Cup or whatever it is. Like I love those, like Grimsby Town against Manchester United. Sore subject for you, I bet. Did you see the goalkeeper after the game? He was like, I'm half gutted because of a Man U supporter.
He should have gave us. Obviously, you can't, but like, it's sad to see. Even the guy that scored the first goal for them was he used to play for Man United on the 21s.
Yeah.
So just bite us.
I love those. I love those games. I love those stories. It's really exciting. And then why did you end up leaving Lincoln City? You said you left in 2019.
So yeah, it was just after like preseason in 2019. So I remember when I was there, I was with the Cowley brothers, as you said, and then they left to Huddersfield. Huddersfield bought them from Lincoln City, and when Huddersfield won the championship, and then it was difficult because like they were like really on like me and another young player, which I don't think Lincoln used to do in the past. So then when new coach came in, I wasn't in his plans at all, and I kind of realized that from preseason. So like they didn't really want me to just go for free, so they let me go on trials. So I went on trial to Wickham United. I went on trial to Reading's under 23s, and I went on trial to Nottingham Forest under 23s. But I didn't get into. They didn't want to take me from those places, so I thought the best option was just to leave at the moment and then just try to have a fresh start somewhere else. Which was difficult at first because they didn't want me just to leave just like fully, because they said like they developed me for this year and a half, 2 years.
They want to get something for you.
Yeah, so it was just like a lot of back and forth for a while. But then I remember the day I left, like when you have to sign like a release form. So I had to go to the stadium, and like I wasn't driving at this time, so like Lincoln's not too big as well. It's like a small town. So I remember just walking home on the way and like tearing up, like, is this it? Is this the nothing else? I went on trials, I didn't get in. I just left Lincoln. Like,
how many more years did you have left on your contract?
I signed a 2-year, one optional, I think.
So you had another year?
So I
had
had
whole season, or
I had that whole season, and then an option for the next year.
Yeah, that's bold.
Yeah.
Why was it your decision to sign that release clause, or was it like?
It was like I knew I wasn't in the plans, and I knew like I didn't
Because it's
just
bold to sign that without having anything backed up.
yeah, and I didn't have like I didn't go college.
Yeah.
I didn't like do high enough A levels in school, so it was a difficult decision at first, but I just felt something in my heart, just like how I told my teacher that I feel I'm gonna play football. I just felt something in my heart, and I just decided, to just leave. Yeah.
And then what happened over the next few months?
So I was at home, and like I haven't been at home for a while because I've been away in Lincoln all the time. So being back home was weird, just like waking up, you're at home like every day.
Did you feel like a loser at all?
Yeah, I felt like, what am I doing? Like,
when I dropped out of college, same thing. And like I had like 4 or 5 trials lined up.
Yeah.
Like lower, like in Iceland and in Vancouver Whitecaps 2, Portland Timbers 2, Sacramento.
Yeah.
And like nothing was really working out. And then I just was at home with like nothing really going on. Dropped out of college. I'm like, and people would like see me in my hometown, like, what are you doing here?
Yeah.
I'm like, I dropped out of school. I'm trying to play pro. And they're like, oh, well,
Yeah.
good luck.
Yeah, that's also like facing like people that you're close with that know that that's all you did, and now you don't do anymore. It's like, what am I doing with myself like at this point?
Yeah, I felt like such a loser.
Yeah,
I was older than you too. I was probably 22. I was 21, 22. I was like, did I make a mistake?
Yeah.
But yeah, so then how you obviously had some success, but what was next? What was the next steps?
So it was around maybe August, September times, and then I was like just speaking to my agent, like, what do you think could be possible? And then I feel like my agent was telling me maybe in January can figure something out, or in the summer. But he got me to train with Sutton United. So Sutton United was in the National League at the time, and like there was some good players in that team as well. Like Tanto, he's at Charlotte right now. Just signed. Adebayo DJ, David. I don't know, I call him DJ. So yeah, I was training with Sutton from like September, November, December times for like 3 months, and then I was doing pretty decent training with them. But before I went there, I told the coach knew I was just here to train, just be like a trainer number. I was 19 at the time, but I was doing one training, so he signed me to like a non-contract where you just play. You're able to play, but you're not on a full contract. For the meanwhile, and then I think I played one game in National League with them. I can't remember the team that we played against. But then I remember like around December times, because we still play like during Christmas in England and everything. I remember during Christmas times, I get a phone call from my agent, and then he tells me, "Do you want to go to America?" And then I'm like on the phone, like a lot of things are going through my mind this time. At first I said no, because like I have no family here. Like, I know no one here. It's a completely different country. Obviously I've lived away from home, but this is completely different. Yeah. Like you're literally, I can't just jump on a train back to London whenever I want.
But you've got that US passport.
Yeah. And then I feel like having conversations with my mom, my sisters, my family, everyone just was like, give it a chance. I remember the words that my mom said, that you go where you're wanted. If a team wants you there and you're not really sure here, then go where you're wanted. So
it's good advice.
And I remember telling my agent, yeah, I'm willing to give it a try. And then that's when I had Hartford and Tampa uh, try coming because Harvard coach was from England.
Yeah.
And then
Is it Harry?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then Tampa came in pretty late. Like but that happened because Neil Collins is signed under the same agency as my agent. Same like company. So I feel like that's where the connection was. So yeah, I remember just packing my bags and choosing Tampa, going to Tampa.
And you go on trial?
No, sign
there.
Yeah.
Okay, that's a big step for a 19-year-old to just be like, all right, America.
All right, America, literally.
Could you point out where, like, how well was your geography about the U.S.? Like, did you know where Tampa Bay, Florida was on a map? I'm guessing you didn't know where Hartford, Connecticut was.
Nah,
I
knew what Florida was.
Yeah.
I didn't know what Tampa was.
Uh-huh.
I didn't know how many states there was. So I did a lot of like research. Obviously, now that I've lived there, I know so much.
Yeah.
But I had to do a bit of research about what it's like. I did like what the weather's like. It's hot every single day.
Tampa, yeah.
London's rainy most of the year, and like. So yeah, now I have to like get new stuff to wear. I can't wear tracksuits anymore.
Which is probably 90% of your
90% night tracksuits. And
so you just said, yeah, Tampa Bay, let's go, and you hopped on a plane, signed the deal, came over.
Yeah.
What was it? You said it was January or December.
Preseason was in January.
Yeah, so it was right before. That was the thing too. I was going to say, with you leaving Lincoln City in like July, August, that's a really tough time to find a team.
Yeah,
because preseason's wrapping up. Yeah. Like teams are sorted. Yeah, there's not much money left in any budget. Yeah, like when you said you did the release clause, I was like, oh, that's going to be difficult until the transfer window or until at least even the next season. But America with the different calendar,
it starts in January.
Starts in January for you.
Yeah.
Okay, so how was your transition to America?
It was. I feel like. When I first got to Tampa, I didn't know what to expect. Like I was literally going there, brand new start. But like I always felt like this will be the start of my career properly. And like having the players that we had there, it felt like a family the whole year. Like Seba Gonzalez, Jan Ekra, Lucky, Leo Fernand, like it was good players, and it still felt like a family, like the team, which is similar to Detroit. Like I feel like everyone here is so close. Like
it's a good team.
It's literally a good changing room, good banter. Everyone could talk to anyone all the time. But like here was like where like Neil Collins like is more like stricter than other coaches that I've had. So it's like more like he helped me focus on what I need to do every day to play, how training should be, what I need to improve technically, because I didn't really come from the academy system growing up. So there was a lot of like technical issues and like learning of the game, stuff that I was never taught when I was younger. So when I was in Tampa, that helped a lot. Especially having like good players around you that played at a good level as well.
You had a good team. And that was 2020?
2021. Won the Eastern Conference.
Okay, 2021. Yeah, you guys had a good team.
Yeah.
Good team. I remember like 2019, 2020, 2021, 2022, you guys were solid. Like every time we go down to Tampa, I'm like, oh, here we go. Here we go. I was with Tulsa those years.
Yeah.
It was a battle every time. Like, this is going to be terrible.
Yeah.
That big field, they press, they keep the ball well, they attack well. You guys were good.
Yeah. And I remember, like, I didn't really like expect anything because I didn't know what I was going to get out of moving to the States. But I remember playing couple games. I think in my second game, I scored. It's different when you score in like a preseason game to like an actual league game. Like the feeling of like winning a game, getting 3 points. Like I've obviously had that in academies, but it's different in like a professional environment where like this is like your job. Like So I feel like that is what gave me a boost. I feel like scoring gives a lot of people a boost. In like just the way like you think, you train now, and now you want to score more, you want to do more. It's like it's like coffee, like it's addicting. And then I just remember like just playing a lot of games. So like I think I had like 6 starts that year, but 25 games, which that was my first like large amount of games that I played in the season. And like especially when we were that was the year when there was the second teams in the league as well. So anytime we'd play like Red Bulls 2 or Orlando 2, like I'd start because the coach would want me to like show that I'm better than what they have already. So that was like a good like confidence booster to me.
And then you were there for 2 years or a year?
Yeah,
1 year.
Then I went on loan to Red Bulls 2 the next year.
Okay. So you signed a 2-year deal originally with Tampa. Okay, and then why did you go on loan to Red Bulls, and how did that come about?
So every time we'd play Red Bulls, I'd always start. I feel like maybe it was to like kind of show that I'm good enough to play in.
Yeah, because if Red Bulls coach, I mean, if they're seeing a guy who's you were 19, 20,
just turned 20,
20 years old, coming up at Tampa on a great team like that with older guys succeeding, starting, it's gonna raise eyebrows, and it did. It sounds like.
So I went on a loan with an option to buy with the first team. And that year I did pretty well. 7 goals, 3 assists.
This is 2022.
Yeah.
I was at Charleston at that time.
Yeah, we had a bad game at Charleston, I remember. Yeah. But it was a difficult year because we didn't win a lot of games. I think we won like 3 or 4 games in that year. But it was a good learning curve. Personally, it was a pretty decent year. But in terms of like a collective, it wasn't a great year. And like living in Jersey was hard because I didn't drive. Yeah, you need a car in Jersey.
Yeah.
So
it's weird too because it's like you went from being with like the last few years with men, older guys, probably one of the younger guys in the locker room, and then at Red Bulls, were you middle, older? How did the age work with that?
When I was at Red Bulls, I was 21. I think I was one of the middle. Yeah. Like it's like in the middle.
So you might have had your first like little moments of like, oh, you kind of have a bigger voice in the locker room.
Yeah.
Was that weird at all? Did you like that? How'd that work?
I'm like not like a shouter, like schemer. Maybe times on the pitch where you're frustrated, but like there'll be times when you have to like lead the group because you're one of the older lads. So it was kind of different, like weird, just having to step up like sometimes.
Like talking to Isaiah LaFleur, like he was the oldest guy. Yeah. Was it Union 2 or whatever?
Yeah.
The oldest guy, he's 22 years
22,
old.
Yeah.
And he comes here and he is the second youngest guy.
Yeah.
Like we have an old team, but like it's really funny how that can work. And I remember the first time that was it Charleston, or maybe it was Charleston, I think. I was in Charleston, and like we're kind of setting up the leadership group. And when I was at Tulsa, we had a pretty old group. So I was middle of the pack at like 26, 27. And then went to Charleston, I think I was 28, 29. And then I was like, all of a sudden, like I remember looking around, they're like, well, what do you guys think? Like they're like kind of asking about the older guys, like how we should run the locker room with the fines. Or I'm like looking around, I'm like, yeah, the old guys better speak up. And I'm like, oh, I'm the oldest guy. I'm like, oh, geez, I'm the oldest guy. I'm the one who's supposed to give my opinion. That's not good. But yeah, that was a weird moment, like a weird shift where I'm like, I'm not like middle, like I'm starting to get up there now. Now I'm 33.
Time flies when you're having fun.
That's what they say. So tough year though at Red Bulls, like off the field because you couldn't really go anywhere. Yeah. And then you guys didn't have the best season. But individually, you started a lot, played a lot, scored a lot. Yeah. So that's good.
Yeah. And then I went to. They didn't take my option in our meetings at the end of the year. Then I signed with.
Were you ever there with Jesse? Like Jesse El Cedeno?
Cedeno wasn't there.
He was earlier?
he was there before me.
Okay.
I think then I signed with New England too, so I went to another second team. But now we were playing the next pro.
Yeah.
And I was 22 at the time now. So like now I'm getting older, but it's still our team was still a mix. So the league was still a mix of like 22-year-olds, 23. Nowadays like 18, so it's young. And we had a good team that year. We got to Eastern final, but we lost to Columbus last minute.
Columbus were good.
Their
second team was good. I don't know how they are now.
A lot of them play like in MLS and stuff now.
Those guys could play.
Yeah. I
remember we played them and I'm like, these kids are serious. Because we played against other like MLS Next Pro teams and bop them and win like 5-0, 6-0 some days. But then Columbus grew. I'm like, holy shit, these guys can play.
To be honest, like we beat them once in the season. They beat us once. So this was like the last final game in the final as well. And then I remember that game as well. I had like 1 or 2 chances, 1-on-1 the keeper as well. Keeper saves it. And then last minute, like they score, like literally the last kick of the game, and your heart just like, you want to win like trophies and stuff.
Yeah, that's tough.
But that year was decent as well. I think I got 12 goals and 6 assists.
It's really good.
Yeah. So I only trained with the first team there once though, which I thought I would have trained more, but it was still like training every day with good players, keep on improving me, keep on learning. We had a analyst coach who worked at Arsenal, so I did a lot of video with him about like movements in the box, stuff like a striker needs to like be successful. We used to like watch a lot of like top players, what they're doing, and like I remember like in one game I like did like a double movement and I scored. Like it just like when you actually like watch video back and take it into the game,
and
that's
it clicks.
like,
like, that's a good feeling. Those years too, where you have people that break down the film like that and really show you. And like with Detroit, we watch a ton of film and it's great. But like I love watching my games back and seeing that. And I remember because when you're on the field, it feels completely different to what it looks like in the film.
Oh yeah.
And like I remember like playing right back, and like I felt like I kept on getting trapped easily. I think I was with Tulsa. I think I was like 25 years old. I'm like, man, I can't like. I feel like I'm so easy to press.
Yeah.
And then I like would watch myself back a ton. And I'm like, okay, I don't really see what I can do. And then I was watching some Prem games, and I was just thinking, watching the fullbacks, how they escape pressure. And then so many times they take that touch, open up to the sideline, depending on how the winger presses them. If it comes too aggressively, they take a big touch and beat them, or they just, hook it down the line. Yeah. If they go too far to the line, they bring it back inside. I'm like, they make it look so easy. Like, why don't I do that? Yeah. And I started doing it, and like the first time it starts to work, and you're like, oh my god, it's working.
Yeah, it's working.
It's working. It's a great feeling. Like, now I can't get pressed. I can't. It doesn't work on me.
I had to learn how to press you as well, because you do a lot of tricks.
Just wait. I try to bait players and then take a touch. Well, sometimes the touch doesn't work, but
But also that's like if you like don't go in 100%, it's so easy to like shift someone one way. But if you do go 100%, it's so easy to go past you.
That's why it's like I like just waiting for a second and seeing how their momentum is, and then you can make your decision. Yeah. But there's the hardest person I couldn't beat. Yeah. It was Maxi Rodriguez. This guy, he pressed different than anybody. Like he with like I have the ball and I dip inside. Yeah. Most players start to go inside and then I go down the line. I dip inside and he keeps on running straight at me
like a train.
it's like those players that you can't beat because they don't even fall for your fake. Yeah. He's just that dumb. I know he's just gonna listen to the podcast, so I'm gonna throw that in there for him. But he's a good player. But yeah, it's good to watch that. Learn like film is so now it's being utilized way more. Yeah. But it's really good, especially if you have somebody like that at New England that broke it down.
Yeah, broke it down.
That's really good. How'd you like living in Boston?
Boston was we didn't live in Boston. Yeah, which could have made it better. Obviously, where we lived is fine. We could drive into Boston whenever. But living in Boston is nice, like Seaport. Yeah. Down like the whole Boston is nice.
I love Boston. Yeah. I love it. It's sick. I've only been there a couple times, but I think it's a really cool city. And then did you stay? You just stay there for 1 year?
So I left. So I was at Tampa I had a 2-year Tampa, and then New England was a complete new contract, and I signed there for 2 years. And then after the first year, they traded my rights to Minnesota, and then this was like a big step now again. And I remember again, like, I don't know, I feel like I always will never have like a good phone call. I'm just sitting in the same spot. I remember sitting in my room and just get a phone call one day randomly, like in the off season, and it was New England sporting director, and he said that we're trading your rights to Minnesota, and then just explaining the whole process and stuff.
It's a crazy phone call to get.
Yeah.
And you went straight to the first team? Is that how it worked?
Yeah.
And then did they go on?
Because like that year in New England, I was thinking I had a decent enough year to hopefully bid myself a contract with the first team or even preseason with the first team.
Yeah.
But this was like, no, you're actually going to a first team now.
Yeah. Yeah, that's awesome. Because it did that year, because that was 2023 with New England, right?
Yeah.
Because we played against you guys like 3 times. I was at Hartford.
Okay.
So we did the Open Cup game. We had a preseason game against the first team.
Yeah.
So I was wondering, but you didn't train with them.
I remember going to that Hartford game. I didn't play that game.
So we should have won the Open Cup game.
Yeah, that game, like you lot were like,
we were doing well.
Yeah, you're doing well.
We were doing really well. Then was it Dave Romney that scored
I was like, Hartford are cooking. I remember watching, like, I was in the stand. I was like, Hartford are cooking. Like, right now.
What do you think of the right back playing in that game?
He was good, but he was just slow.
That's crazy because that's not what it felt like. I'll send you some clips. Because I felt fast that game. Did a couple crazy underlaps and overlaps there. But that was fun to play against those. That's, again, like I said, playing against the chance to play against the MLS team is fun.
Especially on that big pitch.
Oh, yeah.
On Gillette Stadium.
And it's got what holds like 60,000 people. Yeah. I think they packed it too for that game.
Yeah, it was packed. I remember.
So then when you get that call that you're going to Minnesota, you're buzzing. I mean, you must be so stoked that you're going in for the first team. New start too. It's always great when you go into a new team and you're not viewed as the academy player coming up or the second team player coming up. Yeah. You're viewed as immediately as a first team player. Yeah. Like that's a big difference that a lot of people don't understand too. Yeah. So you must have been really, really excited.
So I had conversations towards the end of the year about potentially staying at New England and signing, but I was told that the head coach was sacked at the time, so there was no head coach, so they couldn't really make a decision about signing people to the first team. But I didn't really want to go back and play next pro again for the second team, and I felt like I wanted to either try play men's football somewhere or like move on from next pro, and then speak to my agent about that as well in the off season, and then he came with the phone call again about Minnesota, and then I just remember it was just kind of the same feeling as how when I left Lincoln, but this time is like with a bit more joy, like tears of joy now instead of tears of like I don't know what's gonna happen.
Uncertainty.
Yeah,
that's huge. I mean, MLS deal is that's pretty massive. And did you just immediately start figuring out how to pack your bags and go over there? Because this is a crazy phone call to get to be told that you're traded, or even when you sign somewhere new, it's like, okay, I got to start figuring out Minnesota, where I'm going to live, what's going to look like how to get there. Yeah,
I feel like I didn't really I remember my mom came to visit me in England, so she took a lot of my stuff home, and then I took basically all my stuff back home to London, so I had everything ready in my suitcases at home in London. So it was just like, now I'm moving to a new state and city, and now I have to figure out I'm not like having free housing now. You have to find your own apartment.
It's crazy to me that MLS doesn't. I mean, obviously you get paid way more, so it's different. But it's funny there's no like housing stipend or team housing or anything.
I think in my first year I did get housing stuff, but it's just after that it's not covered.
And how was that? And also too, how was living in America now? Like you've lived in Tampa for a year, you lived in New England for a year. Now you're gonna live in Minnesota. Were you liking it compared to London? What did you not like?
Like for me, even till now, like going back to London just feels like a holiday. Like it feels like I shouldn't be here for too long. It feels like I'm
get comfortable.
I shouldn't get comfortable here. Like, and especially London's so expensive. Like you breathe air, you spend £100. Like it's just it just feels like a holiday to me now. And I can see myself living here for a long time. So I feel like here feels more in terms of, especially in my football career, more like home. Now.
Yeah, it's the best country on earth, so it makes sense. It makes sense. So how was moving into Minnesota?
It was good. Like, it was like
obviously is it Minneapolis?
Yeah.
Okay.
But we train in Blaine.
Okay.
That's where the sports center is.
I've never been in Minnesota.
It's good. Good city. It's small. It's like a smaller Detroit. Well, Minneapolis, but it's Twin Cities, so there's St. Paul and there's Minneapolis. Yeah. So like, it's big in terms of like the size, but in terms of like just Minneapolis, kind of small. But it was cool. Like when I first got there, it was cold. Yeah. Like cold. I've never experienced cold like that ever. And like, it was driving in the snow. Was different. Like I almost spun out one time. I had to learn how to like drive in the snow and stuff.
That's what's also crazy about playing in the US too, is like you have the seasons are so much harsher. The winters are colder, the snow if you're up north, and then if you go in the summers, you're playing in 95 degrees and 100% humidity, and it's just so thick and hot and humid. It's just like, and then the travel on top of it. It's a difficult league because of the external factors of that.
Everything just all like the heat, everything just all combined.
I remember there's like, so I was watching, I can't remember what game I was watching, but it was in England, and they're like, oh, blistering day out here in London, 78 degrees.
That's rare for us.
Yeah. Or like in the Club World Cup, like I think was it Borussia Dortmund that had their team in the guys on the bench, they watched the game inside the locker room.
Yeah.
Because it was 84 degrees.
The game's gone for that.
And I was like, are you 84? Yeah. That's not, but like it feels terrible if you're used to 70 degrees. Yeah. Because like I'm from the West Coast, Portland, like it's way more mild. Like our weather's more like England. It's still a little bit harsher, but it's way more mild. And then when I moved to Tulsa or moved to St. Louis or whatever, and you get those first cold days and hot days, like it just hits you. You're like, oh, I'm not ready for this. This is different.
Even before I went to Minnesota, I was watching a few games, and I see they played Red Bulls in like the snow. Yeah. I was like, I've never seen this before. Yeah. It just was different.
Yeah. Didn't they have the orange high vis ball for that game? I remember seeing clips of that one. That's funny. How'd you like Minnesota though?
I like Minnesota. It's like, it was a new state. It wasn't like, I'd say it was like more different than the other places that I've lived in. Because now I'm living like downtown compared to like everywhere else I was living like away from the city. So there was more to do, like more younger people that were on the team as well that I could hang around with. Like, and it was just more like, you just feel like MLS, I'm playing with top players, gonna be playing against top players. Like, it's just different,
And that was 2024?
Yeah, January.
And how did that preseason and season go for you?
Started off preseason. We traveled to Palm Springs, I think, first. Obviously, we trained in Minnesota, but like the one thing I realized, like the tempo compared to the next pro teams and the second teams I was at, is just different. Like, And like the margins for errors, like there's not much. Like if you make a bypass, like you're the only one that's making a bypass because everyone's clean on the ball, tidy, work rate's high all the time, and like it's just like demands are like from like the last 2 years, it's like a massive jump.
Yeah.
So
It's funny that you say that because it's like that's a huge thing where it's like the people you train with or your people that you surround yourself with, like that's the standards that you get used to. Because it's like I remember doing the same thing when I was at Sacramento Republic training with pros for the very first time, and we're doing like that simple square passing drill. And I was like, oh, it's a square passing drill. But then like, I would make a mistake one out of every 5 passes. Yeah, they're not making that mistake. Yeah. And then so when I'm the one that you do 20 passes in that thing, I mess up 4 times. Yeah. Nobody else just messes up once. And I'm like, oh, I'm an idiot. Yeah. Like they're all yelling at me and like, come on, pick it up, Yeah. And I just do a 6 inches to the left and it goes outside the cone. They're like, come on, Matt. Come on, Matt. I'm like, whoa, that's different.
It's just like the standards are just like, obviously standards are high in like a lot of teams. It's just the standards are high and the quality at the same time. So it's just like you gotta match up, or it's like you're just gonna be yelled at all the time, or like your teammates aren't gonna trust you and stuff like that. But I feel like I had a good preseason, especially like now as an MLS environment, and I've only trained once with MLS team with New England. So now it's like every day is like, I feel like that's what improves you. I always say when you play with better players, you just improve all the time. And I remember the season started. First game was my first game was against Columbus Crew, and like coming on, like it's different. Like I remember, I think it was sold out 20,000 people. And like I just remember it's kind of like the feeling when I first made my debut at in preseason with Lincoln. Just like I'm not thinking of anything else. I'm just in like flow mode. Like I'm not thinking of if I make a mistake. I'm just thinking I just want to play. I want to score. I want to just have fun. And that game was crazy. We were down 1-0. I think I came on like 79th minute. And then Tani scores the equalizer in the 90th minute, and the whole crowd goes crazy. So that just gave me like a feeling of like I want to be part of this. I want to.
He's playing La Liga, right?
Yeah, he just signed to Villarreal.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah, big move.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
Dang, yeah, that's awesome. 20,000 people in the stadium.
Yeah, just and that feeling of the whole crowd just like celebrating.
It's crazy too, going from like, MLS Next Pro, you play in a lot of empty stadiums. Yeah. There's some good support in some of the teams, but then to go into an MLS environment, that's got to be a big jump atmosphere-wise too. Yeah. It must have been awesome.
Well, it was like crazy. Like, I just say crazy. Like, crazy.
It's hard to describe what it's like.
You have to just like be like on the pitch to understand. Like, a lot of footballers will understand the feelings, just like... There's no way.
Remember when FC Cincinnati was in the USL? Yeah, I played in their inaugural home game in that old like Bearcat Stadium where they used to play, and they had like 27,000 fans. Oh wow! And I was like, in the USL too, the most I ever played in front of was like 8,000-9,000, maybe 10,000 at SAC. But playing in front of that, I was like, this is crazy. And then I was like, there's teams, Barca, all these guys, they're playing 60,000 per stadium. Like, I couldn't even imagine that. It's just so, like, the atmosphere is just insane.
Yeah. And I remember looking up and, like, there was just more layers and layers of, like, just more
and
people.
The roar of the crowd, too, and something like that is really, really sick. It's you just feel it, like, when you're playing. It just gives you such an energy boost. But yeah, and didn't you scored, right, for Minnesota a couple times?
I got assist in my second game against Orlando for the winner, and MLS assist. So I don't know if it counts.
Was it deflection or something?
No, I think if like someone passes the ball and then like a hockey assist.
Oh yeah. I didn't know that.
Yeah, I don't know if that counts. I haven't got my first Minnesota goal yet. I've scored with the second team.
Oh, okay.
I scored in the Open Cup. and like the second team, but I haven't scored for the first team yet.
Okay. And how was the whole season though? Like,
it was a good like learning about like what it takes to play in this league, and like I feel like I improved a lot in that year just by being around good players and like especially like even when Kelvin Yeboah and like Tani when we'll do finishing, it's like you see like the fine deals, so like the touches. If your touch is not out your feet, you're not gonna have a good shot. Like just like learning not only from coaches but from other players as well. Now
you mentioned that today when I was doing finishing with you. You were like, you learned a lot from my touches and the way I was just slotting the ball,
just left, right,
goal. Yeah, but you know, you can learn from Tani, you can learn from Matt Sheldon. It's the same thing. And then you with Minnesota, would you sign a 3-year deal?
Yeah,
that is nice too, to have a little bit of security. 3 years is nice.
Time, yeah.
No, it goes quick, but it's 3 years is still 3 years.
Yeah.
So then you finish up that season, and then you go home again for London for the off season, and then this next year, this year, you ended up coming on loan here. When did you come? Like February?
February, mid-Feb, towards end February.
How did that whole deal originate?
So towards like the end of last season, 2024, I would like the coaches told me that I'll probably go on loan next year. So I knew that I was gonna be on loan in 2025. So it was like now just like figuring out where it would be like best suited, and at the time I feel like if I had like, because they wanted me to come preseason with Minnesota before I went on loan, but that's still risky because now it's like towards the end of preseason, everyone's getting their teams already sorted, so it was like kind of difficult to find a loan a little bit because it's towards the end of preseason. And then I remember getting a call from Danny about coming to Detroit. So that's how I came.
And you were sold.
Yeah.
And once you just heard that, like, again, you go where you were wanted.
Yeah, wanted, yeah.
And so you had that, Detroit. Have you played at Detroit? You hadn't played at Detroit before.
They played Minnesota. I watched the game. But I was there the year after that. They played Detroit.
What were your thoughts and feelings coming into Detroit?
I feel like this was like a time to like prove to everyone in Minnesota what I can do whilst getting more minutes, because like having like other people that did, like Tani, he played at San Antonio, scored a lot of goals.
Scored a lot of goals on me against Hartford.
I
think they won that game 4-0. They get a hat trick that game.
Probably. I remember. I think he scored a hat.
He's tough to play against.
Yeah,
he's a good player.
Top striker.
That was one of the lowest moments I've had at the field. I was like, we suck.
No, I've had some bad games, especially at Red Bulls. We lost like 5-0, 6-0.
I had some good games against you. That was nice. But yeah, so you came in. How was assimilating into the team, with the locker room, all that?
I feel like it was so easy. Like here, like especially I knew Seba as well.
Yeah, that's right.
So like it was comfortable, but like I was just like,
as soon as you saw him, I remember you said, "Daddy," and he went with his arms. That was you, right?
I think I was like, "Who's that? Who's that widow?" But it was so comfortable, like coming into changing here, like, and like that's not, some places that's like not normal. Like some people just train and just go by the day, but here's like everyone, like literally everyone could talk to everyone, and everyone has their own personality, but they still add value to the team some way, shape, or form, which is good.
Yeah, I love it. I mean, it's such a great. It's probably the best locker room I've had. I've had some good ones too, and it's just great. Like, I think also it's a good mix of like old and young now too. Got some younger players coming in, and it's just really fun. It's just fun every day, and then also the fact that like we're good too. Like, it's nice to go out there, win, have success on the field, and then joke, have fun. It's just
like the standards are high in training. we push each other, but then when everything's done, we can all just talk about something else and just have a laugh and chill.
So then how has this year been for you in Detroit?
I feel like this probably one of the most difficult years, to be honest. Before I came here, had like a little injury in preseason with Minnesota. And like before I came, like I was like kind of wary of like, should I come right now? Should I not? But then when I did come, I was still feeling like a slight injury. So it's just been difficult. And then the Pittsburgh game,
cracked a rib, right?
Yeah, 2 ribs. I've never felt like that from getting hit.
I thought you were gonna die in the locker room.
I thought I was going to as well.
I looked over at you. I'm like, is this guy okay?
I couldn't breathe. I was like, and like we lost as well. So like, coach was having a long talk, and I'm just in my head. I'm like, breathe, like just thinking how to breathe. I'm trying to figure out how to breathe normally again.
It's tough like that, like with those years. Like that was my 2017 was like that. My 2019 was a little bit like that, where it's just like you get these little injuries or something where it's like you can play through, but it's just you're not the same. And then once you start to get into the lineup, you start playing, and all of a sudden, like I dislocated a toe. I sprained my ankle really bad. Then I ended up with a sports hernia. And so my year is just like, I can't catch a break. Like I cannot catch a break. And then it felt like when I was available and healthy, the team's flying, I couldn't break the lineup. And then it was like when I was out, then all of a sudden we would go through a hard time and they're changing it up. I'm like, oh, this is where I need to be healthy again. Yeah. It's frustrating, but it's like in the long term of your season or your career, you know, it's going to be a little blip or speed bump.
Learning how to learn about yourself as well in this moment, like maybe think those things that I could have done to prevent stuff that happened, or just like you're kind of having like a sit back moment.
Just if you were like at a little bit more pace, you could have got to that ball in Pittsburgh.
Nah, if the ref maybe not talk about it.
No, call him out. Call him out. Come on, man. Call him out. So now we have 8 more games left and then playoffs. Hopefully we get a home playoff game. That'd be nice. You after this season ends, do you have to go back to Minnesota to finish up training if they're still training or do anything, or what's that looking like?
I think I'm good to just go home and then.
You're gonna go back to London for the off season?
I feel like I'm gonna go back to Minnesota to drop my car and all my stuff, and then go back to London from there.
And then you got 1 more year at Minnesota, and then do you have an option after that too?
Yeah.
Okay. And then that's nice too to have another year. That's the worst. I hate entering into off season as a free agent. I've done that every single year except for when was it last year, 2 years ago? But then I got traded. So every single year I've either been a free agent or I've had the transition of being traded to Detroit.
Is that like kind of know where you're gonna go next, or it's like have no idea?
I have no idea. I've only had a couple seasons where I've signed before Thanksgiving. Okay. So most of the time I enter into off season and then I'm like, I don't know. Like even I played 3 years at Tulsa, and every single time the season ends, I don't know. So I pack up out, I move out of my apartment, I put it in a storage unit in Tulsa, and then I fly back to Orange County or fly back to San Diego or Portland, wherever I go in that off season. And I'm like, okay, well, I guess I'll just fly back into Tulsa and I can move if I go somewhere else, or if I re-sign, then I'll stay there and I'll take it out and go into a new apartment. But that's tough.
That's difficult for me as well, because I can't take so many suitcases back to London.
Yeah.
So I need to figure out what I'll do.
Yeah. I think let's say after that next year, I think the smartest thing is to get a storage unit in Minnesota. Yeah. And then if they pick up your option, hopefully they do it, with time to tell you, then you have it in a storage unit, move into a different apartment, and then you don't have to pay rent for November, December. Yeah. And then, but if you go somewhere else, you have to fly back into Minnesota and then travel, drive or wherever to the next place.
Yeah,
That's the footballer problems, man.
But if it was England, it would just be easy.
Yeah,
It's just an easy 1 hour, maybe max 1 hour drive. Man.
Bro, I've literally gone from it was Orange County to St. Louis, and then every time I go back over the West Coast, and I go to Tulsa, back to the West Coast, back to Tulsa, back to the West Coast, back to Tulsa, back to the West Coast, all the way to Charleston. Then I stayed in Charleston, up to Hartford, Connecticut, over to Detroit. Wow. So it's just been.
Just driving all over the whole state.
Yeah, and all driving in a U-Haul too, especially with the family and kids and cats and everything too. Like it was way less work and everything when I just had a couple suitcases and I just almost could fly in a new place and worry about my car. Now it's like you see how much stuff I have with 2 kids, and it's just gotten. But it's worth it. Like I'm happy I have the kids. It's great. But yeah, it's a lot of logistics to deal with now. You'll get there soon.
Not anytime soon.
Yeah, take your time. All right, so I'll finish the podcast with 3 questions, and then we'll be done. And then you can go back home. You've wasted so much of my day already from taking so long to play your card games and get your treatment and do all this stuff.
Bonding with our teammates.
First question. What has been the absolute best moment of your career? The highest high of your career?
The highest high? Signing the MLS though.
Yeah. Where you were in your room in
my bedroom, sitting on my bed. I remember exactly how I was sitting.
And you signed it. Was it like a DocuSign thing, or was it a? Did they print it out?
I had to. They sent the contract through email and DocuSign, but I had to come into. They wanted me to fly into Minnesota
for the photos and stuff.
Yeah, and then sign there, and then I flew back the next day. So I literally 24 hours in Minnesota.
Yeah, that's awesome. I mean, I always think it's funny too with USL, like they don't have the budgets to fly out a lot of players like that unless you're, huge signing or something. For me, I've never been flown out to sign a contract, but I think it's funny that it's like a DocuSign thing.
Yeah.
I'm on my phone on my couch in my living room signing my, it's like not how I imagined
it. I feel
it.
like you just sign your life away.
Yeah. I'm just like hanging out under a blanket watching the Great British Bake Off, like signing my contract. Yeah. I was like, I thought I'd have like, the scarf. And
the scarf, yeah.
Then I realized, it's different photo ops that happen. It's just funny how it works. As a kid, I didn't expect it. But yeah, that's got to be so exciting.
There's other moments that are like top though. Like I don't think I could just say that moment.
Yeah.
I feel like there's like the journey before that, even like the first time I played for Lincoln.
Yeah.
Like that's what started everything really. Or even like flying to the States for the first time. There's so many different moments that like
it's hard to narrow.
Yeah, hard to narrow it down to just one moment.
Do you have a moment on the field? Like you said, you playing for Lincoln City was the first time. Was there any specific game or goal that was like a peak experience?
We played against for Lincoln City
or anybody.
The winner, the equalizer, against Columbus Crew, my debut game. That was like, I was like looking around like in awe, like this is crazy.
Yeah.
I think that's like one moment where I was like, okay.
Like, it's crazy when it hits you like that because you're so locked in and you're kind of like in the moment playing, and you kind of you can feel it.
I didn't like when I was on the pitch. I didn't even notice anyone that's around in the stadium. But then when like that moment happened, it's like you feel like the energy.
Yeah, I always imagine it's like kind of like blinders where you're just playing and you kind of focus and you can feel the energy a little bit, but it's muffled because you're so focused on the communication that's happening on the field. And all of a sudden like that, a corner kick or a goal, and then you kind of like zone out like this and you just like take it all in. You hear the fans, you hear the roar, and you're like, whoa, this is sick.
This is so sick.
Yeah, I had advice from my teammates a long time ago, and it was like when it took me like a year to come back from an injury, and he basically just said like, you got to take these moments because it's really easy just to be in the moment too much, and like that's how you want to play. But he's like, during a corner kick or before the game starts, or like when you score a goal, take a little moment to just like take a step back and just like just realize what's going on. The fans like feel the energy, and like that stuck with me. So like once a game now, when I'm not actively playing or involved, they kind of just look around and be like, "Wow, this is sick."
Yeah.
Especially at Keyworth. Keyworth is when the smoke's coming
Smoke,
out. Or I see the phones with the light.
Normally, it's normally on your side though, like the smoke just be.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
I'm blind. Sometimes too, I remember one game. I think it was an Open Cup game. And there's so much smoke on the field. I think it must have been last year.
Wasn't it the
Michigan Stars,
the Mexican team as well this year?
Oh yeah.
The whole pitch was smoked.
There was one time when the ball was in the opposite corner up that left side, and I was just like watching the 4 people around me, and I was gonna react based off them. They started running because I couldn't see. I couldn't see anything, which is cool. It's a cool environment to be in. It's question number 2 for you. What has been the opposite? What's been the lowest moment of your career?
I'd say the time when I left Lincoln, and I didn't know where I was going next or what I was gonna do.
Yeah, that's tough. That's really hard. The fact of like, because like for that, once you sign that paper, you're at that moment you're not a pro footballer.
Yeah, I have no job.
Yeah,
no qualifications as well as basically at the same time. So it's like I didn't know exactly what was next, what's going to happen.
And it took a few months of it. You just did that in July or August and took December, January until you got it sorted. So that's a long time. A lot of people like it. We gloss over it in like a minute on the podcast, but that is, 6 months of uncertainty, of doubt, of like feeling like a loser a little bit. Of it's not easy.
Yeah. I mean, training with Sutton helped a little bit. Yeah. But it wasn't the same as like how it was when I was.
For me, when I do that, like I never fully feel part of the team.
Yeah, that's how I kind of felt like I'm just here to help train, and I'm not really like there was no expectations on me.
Yeah. And then last question: if you could go back in a time machine to any point of your career, and you could give younger Jordan advice, when would you go back and what would you say? It could be at that moment when you did that release clause with Lincoln City, or it could be a different moment. Oh, that's a good question, huh? That's my final question, man.
This question is difficult because, like, if you change anything in the past, it affects the future.
That's the thing. So don't think of it as the fact of like, oh, let's say you go back and you give him advice, and all of a sudden it derails your career or something. But like, think about it as just like more of like a meta thing of like big picture, like. I mean, I've had some people go back and be like, don't sign that deal with this team or whatever. Yeah. But I think of it more of like bigger picture, like framing like your mind or whatever.
I'd say to that 19-year-old Jordan that this like one closed door is never the end. Always keep your head up, always keep smiling, no matter how hard things get. There's always joy in life, and you know your talents, you know what you can do, and like there's only a matter of time till someone can see that. But also just enjoy your life and enjoy playing football, because that's the most important part. If you don't enjoy what you do, you're not gonna have a love for it, and it could end quickly, especially how short careers. But I think I also told that Jordan that just keep. What would I'll tell him that. Yeah, this is actually difficult.
It's a hard one. It's a hard question.
I'll tell him to like. Everything you do, especially in football, do it at your best ability. Even if it's like a light session, like people making decisions all the time. So if you're like constantly just going through the motions and not showing that this is where I want to be every day, this is how I want to improve every day, then everything you're doing is basically for nothing, really.
Yeah, I like that. It's tough, and it's good too. Even that you're realizing that at 25 or 24. I forgot.
24.
24.
I'm not old yet.
Is that when you hit old? Is 25?
Once you hit 25, it's like, yo, the gray hairs or stuff.
I think I felt my best on the field actually, like playing wise, probably the last few years now, last year, 2 years ago. But physically, I think I felt my best at 27, 28, maybe even 29.
29.
Yeah. So
You
still got some peak years coming up.
Which is crazy because, as I was telling you, my brother, I call him my brother. He's not blood brother, but I call him my brother. He sent me to like Lincoln City and got me to sign with my agent right now. He's like little brother. Made his debut for Liverpool, so like it just shows like all the trainings that we've done in the past, like that's what it takes, and like his sessions are like high intensity, hard, so
that's good. That's really good. And just what you said too about the like the one closed door is not always the end, because there's so many opportunities out there. And if you stay fit, you stay sharp, and you just keep on plugging away and keep on reaching out, and you keep on working with agents, and you keep on going at it, it's like there's always going to be more opportunities. You're never going to exhaust your opportunities. And if you do, it's going to be another month, 2 months, and then more doors open up. So,
because I've had a lot of closed doors that's happened. Like, I've been on trials at so many clubs. Especially when I was younger, even when I was 19, leaving Lincoln, I went on trials to a lot of clubs just to have a sniff of playing professionally again. And like, all it just takes is like belief, God, prayer, and just belief in yourself, because that's all you can do in that time. So
awesome. Well, I love it. Any big shout outs you want to give?
Shout out to Mumsy. She lives in Kuwait. She teaches there.
Oh, yeah. I told you to say that. She's in Kuwait. So she teaches in Kuwait.
Yeah, but she comes home like on holidays, school holidays. Yeah, she teaches maths.
Have you been to Kuwait?
Oh, I need to. She always tells me I have to come.
Yeah.
So I think that's another trip that I have to make.
Kuwait.
Shout out Mumsy, sisters, brothers. Who else should I shout? Shout out the man them.
Shout out the man them.
Shout out the man them. 100%.
Awesome. Well, Jordan, thank you for coming on the Against All Odds podcast. I appreciate it. Hope you had a good time. Definitely. And thanks. That's it. We'll race soon.
You don't want to smoke.
All right, guys. Thank you for watching. I'll catch you on the next episode of the Against All Odds podcast. Peace.